Well, thank you very much, Chairman Collins, and I want to also thank you for mentioning the importance of therapeutic foods for children across the globe. We have a production company, Adicia, in Rhode Island, and they have witnessed stop and go, funds cut off, supplies waiting in the air warehouse rather, while children are starving. And that's not something to take pride in, Mr. Vogt. But that's been the result of your activities. I also want to make a point that my colleagues have made too. To get our appropriations through, you need 60 votes. You need a bipartisan coalition of people. And if we do that, we can't turn around and then on a partisan basis of 50 votes undercut it, because we have to maintain for our own, I think, congressional integrity and continuity, we have to maintain what we put together in a difficult process. And I think that's a point that Senator Collins and Senator Murray have both made. And then what we see emerging, Mr. Vogt, frankly, is whatever we do will be, sort of suggestive, but not controlling, as I believe the Constitution requires, because you'll have rescission packages that come up here every other week, taking out everything you want and, allowing things that you don't want to survive. So I think it's the wrong approach, and I'll make that point up front. And let me ask a very brief, and I would hope for sharp responses from you. How much are you proposing to cut from the non-defense discretionary budget in FY 2026?
$163 billion, 20% reduction, the lowest level since fiscal year 17.
And how many federal workers will be eliminated because of those cuts?
We don't have a rack up for that. It's an ongoing assessment as we figure out where we are throughout the fiscal year.
Well, I mean, published sources indicate over 100,000 people in non-defense agencies. Now, what's the budget request for OMB this year?
We have about a $120 million budget request. I think you're getting at that it's an increase, and we believe that's absolutely vital. You look at us from the standpoint of the work that we do, the extent to which the debt continues to grow, the extent to which we are putting forth recommendations and in charge of the deregulatory agenda, in the same way that we are trying to plus up Coast Guard and try to plus up ICE agents. We also believe it's important to plus up those examiners, career examiners.
Cutting to the chase, my numbers are 146 million.
I don't have it in front of me. This wasn't a OMB budget appropriations, but happy to get you our specific level.
You're here telling us we have to cut all these programs, while at the same time we have to significantly increase the budget of OMB, adding 20 full-time employees while we cut hundreds of thousands from the rest of the government. And really, from what you've been saying today, this is not about budget analysis. You haven't produced any cost-benefit analysis. You haven't talked about these programs in the sense, well, it's not working because the goal is to reduce AIDS. No, it's ideological. It's your preferences that you're imposing upon this government. And the whole essence of Congress is we come together to represent the entire American population and work it out, argue a lot, but that's the process. And it's just ironic that you're building a backroom empire in OMB as you decry that constantly in the public sphere.
I think it's a
now let me. Yeah, fine. Because time is low. You are running the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, correct?
I am, but I'd like to respond to the last question in the sense that we're talking about 20 career examiners as if that is somehow going to break the bank. And in particular in your area, Senator, we had one resource management organization that covers the entirety of the Department of Defense the entirety of state and foreign aid, the entirety of the intel community, the entirety of the Department of Veterans Affairs, that type of resource management
made your
organization
point.
needs more career examiners to be able to continue to do the job that it does. Look at General Accounting Office. I don't think they provide very much value add, to be honest with you. They are massive. They are absolutely massive. We don't want to have anywhere near that level of
Excuse me.
FTEs, but it's important
I
for us to be able to
suspect if
grow.
I asked any one of your colleagues if they needed more people to do their job, they'd say the same thing. So it's not particularly compelling. But I want to get at a point, and excuse me. You are running the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. You have reduced the manpower in the Service Members Affairs Division, correct?
I am trying to. I am in
You are
judicial.
trying to. So you're putting more people in OMB, but you're taking away the people who are dedicated, in fact, the only place in the government, to protecting the finances of men and women in uniform in the United States, that everybody rolls the flag up and says they're great, they're great, they're great. But when they're taken advantage of by multiple companies, you've taken away the people that are going to fight for them.
Senator, that's actually not true. I specifically made military lending a priority in the enforcement guidance that I put out. I am trying to reduce the overall footprint of the agency. I'm in judicial receivership where I can't even cancel a contract, let alone do a reduction in force, because I have to go and litigate this in district court. We are waiting on that opinion. Hopefully that will be coming soon to see how I might be able to answer your question specifically as to the number of employees that will result in the enforcement division. But we ultimately believe that the Consumer Protection Bureau has not actually protected consumers. And I will tell you, as we have delved deep, we have found the extent to which these examiners have gone
thank
out
you.
and tried to weaponize the agencies against hardworking Americans across the country.
Well, they're trying to protect soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen, and Space Guardians.
And we protect that
And you
enforcement.
don't care a bit about them.
Thank you.